That's going in.
Oh.
YouTube, we are back with another haircut video slash tutorial today for you guys. I know it's been a little while since my last upload. I apologize about that, but 2025, I'm gonna try to make it my best year. We're gonna be coming strong. So yeah. We got my guy Mel in the chair for this video. Thank you, bro, for letting me record this. I really appreciate you. Mel, he's an upcoming barber, just finished barber school, about to be a part of the team, so looking forward to that. And we're going to be giving him a high taper in this. So, beginning with the bald line. I like using the clipper when I set my bald line. That way it makes it easier to take out, because whatever you put the line in with is what you can use to take it out. So I'd rather do that instead of using the trimmers, and I'll just come like underneath that with the trimmer to make it a little closer. I think high tapers are probably one of my favorite type of taper to do, especially on this texture into like that curl sponge fro type of style on top. Y'all let me know in the comments what tapers y'all prefer: low, mid, high, some kind of combination, or just your favorite haircut in general if it's not a taper. Now I'm removing the initial guideline, closing my lever about halfway and then all the way, just doing lever play until that line comes out, whatever it takes. And my fading process is pretty standard for this. You know, I'll go with the one open next and then begin blending downwards after that. Well, first I actually use a one close and go with the grain just to smooth out that area that I'm blending into first. When I was just starting out with coarse hair, that helped me a lot, going with the grain before I would go against the grain, especially on like the lower to mid transitions of the fade. So anyone who's newer and they struggle with that, just try that. Go with the grain and then against. I was so locked in when I was recording this video, I didn't even see he was on the phone for some parts of the cut. But to all my barbers watching, I just wanted to ask if y'all be peeping at y'all clients' phones, because I know some people do. I've done it. I try not to, but yeah, I'm just curious. So y'all let me know if y'all be doing that or not. No judgment. I'm just curious. As you can see, the blend is starting to come together. I use the Uno foil shaver on coarse hair textures because it gets it a little closer without making them bump up. A good tip for doing the vertical bars is to match the side profile of the nose whenever you line them up. So just put a slight angle on it. Now I'm not saying to like push it back, like, you know what I mean, super crazy or anything, but just a slight angle. That way it gives the lineup a more balanced appearance, and it's better that way. Now for the back taper, my boy Mel said he wanted it lower than a high, so we're doing like a mid lowish in the back. Honestly, that's just a client preference thing. So I'd recommend whenever you do your consultations, just to, double check those type of things, because some people aren't talkers, or they won't bring it up. So it's our job as barbers to not just give the haircut but communicate effectively. Now, in my opinion, I would say this is the most important part of the back taper. Getting that shape to flare into the top style, just flaring it out, just not taking off too much bulk and not doing an undercut. So what helps me is just being safe. It might not look like I'm cutting much here, and honestly, I'm not. But I'm playing it safe, going bigger, and then I'll go shorter and shorter as I see fit. Now for the neckline, I'm lining it up where the hairs are most dense at. So this isn't a pushback to all the haters. Well, if there even are any haters, you want to line it up to make it sharp. And technically, you got to do some sort of pushback. That doesn't mean take it back an inch, half an inch. Just be mindful of where the dense hairs are and try to make it as sharp as possible without taking it back far. Now, if there's any hairs around the ear that's making it too bulky, I'll go ahead and trim those. And this is another part where you will consult with your client. Like if he was trying to grow his hair out into like, I don't know, braids or get locks or something, you probably wouldn't want to take the hair off. But he's not really trying to grow his hair out. He likes where it's at. So trimming those hairs there are okay. And same thing I was doing with the neckline, going around the ear, taking my time. Yeah, starting to come together. For the most part, whenever I'm doing my blending process, I'll try to get it as good as possible without detailing. And then I'll go ahead and finish the rest of the haircut and then come back at the very end and detail. And to me, that not only saves time, but just help improve my cuts and the quality of everything. We're a little more than halfway through the video. If y'all made it this far, go ahead and drop a comment saying Super Bowl, but don't say anything on like why you're commenting it. So that way we know who's watching the videos and who's not watching them to the end. You could, but at the same time, I told him, like, I should have told him, like, I wasn't that conscious of that. I wasn't speaking of that. But I said, shit, you teach me something. Guess what? I'm still gonna learn. The more I learn, now for the front of his hairline, I'm gonna like take it down a little bit, trying to shape it from the side profile. That way the hairs don't like hang over. So it just kind of goes straight up and rounds into the top a little more. Nothing too crazy, just kind of more of the front area. And to me, this gives the haircut a better shape and it makes it a lot easier and it gives it a better lineup, which is why I'm doing this. Now I got both sides of the vertical bars done. I'm gonna make a guide in the middle, slightly wider than the length or the width of the trimmer rather. That way I can go ahead and connect the middle to the side bars. And his hairline, it rounds downwards a little bit towards the corners. And again, after consulting with him, he likes his as straight as possible. So we're gonna take it back very, very slightly in the corners to give it more of a straight rather than that rainbow type hairline. Again, it's all up to client preference. So someone who doesn't want it like that and they want it more natural, you got to make sure you ask them and, be specific with these type of questions. And he wanted me to touch up his thought slashes on the eyebrows. He's got two on each side. So it hasn't been very long since his last haircut. I think he cut himself last, like maybe a week or two ago. So I just went straight with the razor. I just skipped the trimmer overall. Yes, I'm using enhancements for the cut. I don't care about the haters. But wait, let me explain why. One, my client wants it. Two, I like doing it. Three, it gives it more of a pop. So why not? And to all the people that don't like enhancements in the comments, I get your reasoning. I understand. But y'all don't gotta be the enhancement police in the comment section, okay? It's not for everyone. If y'all don't like it, just don't get it. Simple. But in all seriousness, you can see like a couple of light areas in his hairline, and I do spray slightly more in that area just to give it more of a sharper look. And the enhancement I'm using, by the way, is 245 No Drip Onyx Black Color. I'm not sponsored. I just like the enhancement products. And I made the vertical bars slightly too long with the enhancement, so I just put some aftershave on this Q-tip and just rub it off until it blends a little bit better. Don't be bringing them vertical bars down to the eyebrows. It's 2025. I sprayed a layer of holding spray, and then I'm putting fibers just to make it look less like dye. When you put the fibers, it gives it more of it's actually hair type of look, and I like that better. And then I follow it up with the hairspray again. So I do hairspray, fibers, hairspray, because fibers don't last the same as dye does. So you gotta use extra holding spray, unfortunately, but it gets the job done. And then go ahead and lean them back, hit them with the straight razor, give it an extra pop. And then I went ahead and touched up his facial hair. I didn't like the way his chin looked, so I asked him, and he said go ahead and trim it down, which I feel like made it look a lot better. Yeah, just the finalizing details here. And like I said before, saving the last bit of detailing for the very end of the cut. That way you can see the art come together. Shout out my guy Mario, the barbershop owner of where I work at, Mario and Company. He said a quote, barbering, the art of creating without an eraser. I like that. That's hard. So yeah, we're just sponging his hair a little bit, and we're gonna add some oil sheen. and pretty much done at this point.
Just seeing how me walking from here, but just being like, you know what I'm saying? Up there. Yeah. I be like, I calculated one time. He said I calculated it. For the him, and him. Shoot. That day I could have made 15 bands. 15 bands, crazy. Nah, like, you know how I be walking around saying, yeah.
Once again, Mel, my guy, appreciate you letting me do this video on you. I think the cut turned out dope. I would hope you would agree. For everybody that made it this far, I truly appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think of this haircut. If there's a specific style you want to see for a video, comment it down below. I'll see y'all in the next video.